So alive, two turn. So drunk to know who you were. It's okay.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl Sade in the cat, and I am back with another video. And as you can tell by the caption, I don't know what I'm gonna caption it right now, but as you can tell by the caption, there's gonna be a caption by the time I upload this. It's a very serious video. You know, I've been really tiptoeing on doing this because I don't know. I was just like, how am I gonna get this message across? How am I gonna address this? How? And when I tell people like my story on this, they be like, bro, you should really make a video. Like, oh my God, like, you know, you could help so many people. And I'm just like, okay, but how? I'm like, you're right, but how? I'm not gonna do this. I've been debating on doing this video for some months now, and now I'm just like, this is the time to do it. We're doing it. This is happening. This is really happening. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So recently I've been on Twitter and I've been seeing like a lot of, oh, rest in peace this person, rest in peace that person, rest in peace. And I'm just like, why are all these young people dying? Like, and it's like really young people, like, what's going on? And they're all around my age, like, you know, 19, mid, late 20s. And I'm just like, bro, like, that's crazy. And when I see like, oh, why they died, it's because they're suicide. Main cause of suicide is because like you're going through like a whole bunch of mental issues that you really can't cope with. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I am here to let you know, yes, you know that you could do this. You are great. You have a purpose in life. You are very meaningful. You are very loved by multiple people. I love you. Your friends love you. Your family love you. Somebody loves you. Now, I wish there was somebody out there to make a video like this for me back when I was going through depression, because bitch, let me tell you, I was going through the trenches. Like, oh God. Now, my story, we're gonna say January of 2017, that's when my whole shebang started. Now, I know I've always had anxiety when I was younger, like, you know, just been a very anxious kid growing up, don't know why, just was. But January of 2017 is when my whole freaking life did a 360. I went from this outgoing, party-going, like the life of the party, like cool, hella chill girl, to this hermit, this depressive, emotionally unstable hermit. Like, it was just very, very bad, a very bad time period for me. Not only did 2017 legitly try to kill me, I've known people that I would call my best friend. I've known people that, you know, are dang near like family to me. People that I'd verbally say I love you to. I don't want to say turn their back on me, because that sounds very harsh. But, you know, they just, let's say if they're in my situation, the way they treated me, I would never do that. And I mean that yeah, like I said, 2017 tried to kill me. And what I mean by that is not only being diagnosed with depression and stress, like I had chronic stress and anxiety, I was also bulimic. Now, from the time period of January to April, January, February, March, April to April, I did not eat, I did not sleep, I did not shower, I didn't do my hair, I didn't drink water. I literally sat in this room and stared at the wall right here. I just looked at the wall. TV's on, not looking at TV, just chilling. The only time I would literally take a shower was to go to work, and I literally went to work 1-2 days out the week, if not some weeks. And that was literally the only time that I took care of myself. I ended up weighing 105, 107. Now, y'all, I'm not skinny, but you know, I'm not a big girl either. So when I was really skinny, like you could see all the collar, like in my hair, you could see my rib cage, you see my spinal cord in my back. Like I was just skin and bones. Like it was really scary. Like you seen like everything in my neck. Like it was just like really, really bad. Like really, really scary. I was really like my head's big, but it looked freaking huge back then. Like I really didn't get help. I didn't really tell anybody like, oh yeah, I'm depressed. Like I didn't vocalize I'm depressed. Like it was clear as day I was, but I didn't vocalize it because I don't know, I was scared. Like everything was really new to me. Like I've never dealt with this before in my life. Now, went through all this. The person who like I wanted to be my right hand man, my backbone, my rock, you know, they were not there for me. And I'm not, you know, sending them out to be a bad person or anything, but you know, when like you go through something what I went through, you expect them to you expect your person to be there with you and to help you get through what you're going through, and to let you know that everything is okay, and to let you know that you like you're gonna bounce back from that. I didn't get that at all. And what made it even more hard was that my friends were away at college, so I didn't have the physical support from them like I wanted to. Like, you know, they were there over the phone and spiritually and stuff like that. And if y'all watching this, y'all some real ones. Y'all my bro dogs, you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't get what I needed from that specific person, and that's what else made it hard for me to cope with what I was going through, dealing with all my mental instabilities that I was going through. I don't even think that's a fucking word, but you know what I'm fucking saying. Okay. We're gonna fast forward from April to May. So May, my friends started coming home. You know, they started getting me out the house, and they started, you know, taking me out to eat, and you know, they were just, you know, making sure I wasn't like a top priority, but I was one of their priorities, like making sure that I was okay and stuff like that. With me, if like my friends know, like with me, like this shit does not happen. Like I'm not the type of person I would be like the last person you would think to go through something like this. And the fact that I went through it, it was like, okay, Sade, like, are you really okay? Are you sure you're really okay? No? Okay, let's get some help. Because like I used to tell my doctor, like when I would go in for like my checkups and stuff, like, oh yeah, I'm fine, like everything's cool, you know, I'm dealing with my depression and all that good shit. Yeah, everything's peaches and cream over here, you know, everything's gravy. In all reality, I was literally killing myself mentally because I needed help, and it was just like really bad. And when I mean like it was really bad, like 2017 legitly hospitalized me, not once, not twice, but around 3-4 times. Like 2 of the times I like legit was sick because my immune system was so weak because I wasn't taking care of myself. So like I was legit like so weak and sick like all the time. So like out of all the times that I've gotten sick throughout this time period, like 2 of the times I had to be hospitalized and stay overnight. And you would think like, you know, when you tell people like, oh yeah, I'm in the hospital, can you come visit me because I need some type of support, they'd be like, oh, okay, you know, like that's fine, I'm on my way, I'll be there in 10 to 30 minutes tops. I used to tell like certain people that, and they'd make it a hassle. They'd make it like I'm a burden on them, like, oh, like I'll just come see you when you get home, or why are you in the hospital? What's wrong with you? Like, you really that sick? Like, these are legit questions that were being asked me by my friends, my partner, my people. Like, what's wrong with you? Are you really sick? Like, I'm going to come see you. Well, can you call me so I can know what's going on? And it's just like, bro, if the tables were reversed and you called me like, oh, I'm sick, I'm at the hospital, I am there, I am front and center. Then I will ask questions when I get there. If I know I can't get there, I'm going to let you know, like, I can't get here right now because I'm doing A, B, and C, and A, B, and C better be putting some money in my pocket. If it's not putting money in my pocket, then I will drop A, B, and C to get to where you are at, you know? But I just never really got that from the people that were supposedly my people. Now, one of the times was a suicide attempt. I ended up popping like a bunch of pills and going to sleep thinking, like, because I was like at the borderline of me like being over it. I was like, I can't do this, bro. Like, this whole shit called life is not fun. I'm not here for this shit. I didn't ask for none of this. I don't know why God is putting me through this, so I'm just going to end it all, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't do this. And instead of, you know, the end result of me dying, it ended up putting me in the hospital. Like, I ended up becoming like very, very sick. Like, my stomach was all types of fucked up. I was throwing up a whole bunch of liquid, I was throwing up a bunch of pills and stomach acid and fluid and just a whole bunch of nonsense I didn't even know was in my stomach. And I think after that day was the day that I started getting help. Like, I told my doctor, like, yeah, everything's not cool. Everything's not gravy over here, bro. I need help. Schedule a counseling appointment. Do whatever you gotta do. Just know that I need help because this is not okay. Like, you know. And so I ended up going to like a few counseling appointments. You know, they were okay. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, for me personally, like, the first few times that I went, they were okay, and then like after a while I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna try to cope with this on my own. Yeah, so that's how I kind of coped with it. Like, and then eventually I just stopped going to counseling appointments. I just stopped going to my counselor. Now, and he gave me a lot of hotlines to call if I was dealing with certain things, and those kind of worked. You know, I was doing them already. Like, the stuff that they would tell me to do over the phone, I was already doing them. Like, if I were to have like a mental breakdown or whatever, or emotional breakdown or anxiety attack, like, I was already doing those things. So it was just like, okay, now that I'm doing this, it was like baby steps, put one foot in front of the other type. Between January and April, I was working, and I literally worked like 1 or 2 days out the week, and I used to dread going to work. I used to have like emotional breakdowns every time I would go to work, because I would be like, bro, like, I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to be by myself. I want to be in bed. Like, I was a mess. I was such a mess, and that's crazy. I'm really thinking back, like, on what I went through, and it was like, I'm here. I'm that bitch. I don't care what the fuck anybody has to say to me, because, like, I had the lowest self-esteem. I just was not feeling myself. Like, I wasn't feeling like myself or anything. Bitch, anybody that want to talk down on me, I don't give a fuck, because I'm that bitch. Me. I did that. I went through that by myself. Who? Me. Yep. I mean, my friends were there to support me, because, you know, they got my back, because, you know, they my riders. They my ride or dies, you know what I'm saying? I did that. Dealing with it was just like something like I had to come to terms with. Like, I really have to like sit here and say, I have this problem and I need help, instead of letting it bottle up and letting it be, waiting for myself to explode, for it to bottle up, and then the end result is me attempting suicide and taking my life when I could. There's so many ways that I could get help. And it sucks that like some people have to, you know, attempt suicide and go through with suicide to have other people realize like, oh yeah, I have to check up. Let me check up on some friends. Like there's a few people on my timeline that, you know, did a suicide attempt, and the timeline was like, make sure you guys check up on your friends. Check up on your friends. You don't know what they're going through. And I'm like, bro, y'all should have been doing this. Like that, them killing themselves should not have to, that shouldn't trigger, like, oh yeah, let me go check up on so-and-so. Like, when I tell you I check up on my friends all the time, and we check up on each other all the time. Like, we're in this group chat, and it's like, hey, bitch, how you doing? They call me. How's school? Oh, terrible. You want to cry? Let's cry. Like, you know, like, y'all really need to call your friends. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them. If you need to cry, you better call up your homegirl or your homie and be like, look, I need to cry. Stay on the phone. Tell me it's gonna be alright and I'm a bad bitch or I'm that nigga. And we can go about life again. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole, so-and-so killed themselves because they didn't have nobody. Like, that's bogus to me. Like, and I'm not saying people out there are bad friends. Like, I understand we have life, but it literally takes 2 minutes out your day to check up on a friend. And you literally checking up on a friend can save a life. Legit. And I think that's what people fail to realize. Like, oh yeah, I was busy, but that 2 minutes could have saved a lifelong friendship. Yeah, like with my depression, like me not having the proper support other than my friend. When my friends weren't here, me not having the proper support, I ruined a lot of relationships, friendship-wise and partner-wise, because I did not know how to cope with my feelings. Because I was just like, well, I'm not going to talk. Like, there would be people that like really wanted to talk to me and pursue. I don't think necessarily wanted to pursue a relationship with me, really wanted to talk to me, and I would not talk to them, or I would talk to them and I would literally be wasting both of our time, knowing damn well I'm not ready to talk to you, I'm not ready to talk to no nigga, no bitch, no nothing, because I'm mentally not there. And that took a lot of time for me to grow as a person, like, cause if I would get in an argument with somebody, like, I would not talk to them for like a whole week or two, because I would go batshit crazy on them instead of, okay, what is the problem? How can we fix this problem that is created? You know, like, what can we do instead of blaming it all on them or blaming it all on myself? Like, that was like a real big thing I did too, was I used to blame like a lot of situations on myself. And that, we don't do that. We gotta be like, okay, so what's the problem? How are we gonna fix it? Boom, bam, chicken and ham. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a lot of stuff could have been avoided if my communication skills were better. And that's another part I've noticed that I'm growing when I've owned up to my mistakes and my faults. Not everything is always somebody else's, like, not everything is always somebody else's issue. Like, they did not cause the problem. Sometimes it was me. 90% of the time it was y'all toxic ass people though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not the one to play victim, but bitch, it was really crazy because these motherfuckers was really demonic as fuck. They were evil as shit. And it's just like, bro, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Like, what's going on? But there was times where I was toxic too, so. Like, you know, and I truly apologize. Like, you know, I'm like, right now I'm just rambling at this point, cause I kind of lost track on what the fuck I was talking about. So let's see if we can get back on track. My depression. That's what we're talking about. Alright. Oh wow, so we're on the YouTube channel? We're talking about my depression. That's what we're talking about. Okay. And how the hell I coped with it. I got help. And first step to coping with your depression, this worked for me. I'm not going to say it worked for everybody, but this really worked for me. I'm out here living not necessarily living my best life. I could be living my best life, but I'm out here flourishing, gaining weight, good weight. You know, I be hitting the gym, eating healthy, eating right. My skin's clearing up, my hair is growing. But this is what I did and how I did it. And step 1 is admitting that you have a problem and that you are willing to get help. Step 2, tell somebody that you have a problem. Somebody that you trust. Your friend, your siblings, your parents, a family member, somebody that's close to you that you confide in. Tell them like, hey, you know, I'm really dealing with this and I think I need help. Like, this is what's been going on and I need, you know, you're the one that I trust with this, and can you help me get help? Help me help myself. Number 2, tell your doctor everything is not okay. It is okay to not be okay. Like, I don't even need to stress that enough. Like, it is okay not to be okay. Okay? Okay. So tell the doctor so you can get the proper help that you need, whether that's counseling, whether he puts you on meds. But meds is not really the best option. Me personally, wasn't the best option because, like, instead of me lingering off meds, I just, like, after like doing like 2 months of antidepressants, I cut it like cold turkey, and like I was losing my mind. But yeah. Tell a doctor. After that, be continuous with your counseling appointments until you feel like, you feel like, you know, I can do this. And then tell your counselor, like, you know, ask him what's the best option. If he says keep going, then you keep going. My counselor told me like, hey, you know, I've been seeing improvement in what you're doing. We're gonna cut back on our sessions. Now, with that being said, do things that you enjoy doing, whether that's drawing, whether that's making music, whether that's doing YouTube videos, whether that's makeup, whether it's fashion, whether it's reading a book. Like, do things that you enjoy doing, set goals for yourself, little goals for yourself, and accomplish those goals. Like those, like, short-term goals, like, when I tell you, when I accomplish all my short-term goals, I be feeling like the one. Like, I know that sounds corny or cheesy, but bitch, I'm like, I did that. Like, I accomplished 1, 2, and 3. Like, yes. Like, and then after that, start setting long-term goals along with your short-term goals and accomplish those things. Like, once you start accomplishing your goals, like, it just becomes so great. You just become amazing, you know? And I don't know what step we're on, so I'm just gonna be listing a bunch of stuff. But another step is to cut toxic people out your life. And whether you are the toxic person, remove yourself out of that situation. Because they're doing nothing, they're not benefiting you in any type of way. They aren't benefiting your lifestyle, you know? So it's just like, you really don't need them. It's just a chip on your shoulder that you can dust off. Like, cut them out and grow as a individual. Take time for yourself. Like, it's okay to be selfish with your time. If you feel like you need a certain amount of time, a few days for yourself, then take that time out, because at the end of the day, you are the most important person. Your mental stability, your happiness is the most important thing. Like, all that is so important. And another thing is, like, have a good support system. Please make sure you have a good support system, because without your support system, like, but having a good support system really is it's very beneficial. It's so beneficial, because there'll be times where you just feel like, you know, I can't do this. I just need somebody to talk to. Call your friends, call your family, call your cousin, call your auntie, I don't know, your neighbor. Whoever your person is, your support system is, call them, and you will get through this. And another thing is that if you are feeling like you are on the verge of suicide, there are hotlines you can call, and I will put them in the description box down below, because suicide is nothing to play with. Self-harm is nothing to play with. That the mental health is nothing to play with. Especially in this generation, it's nothing to freaking play with. So please take it seriously and take yourself seriously, and know that you are loved, and know that you are important, and know that there are people out there that really care about you, and you are wanted in this crazy, crazy world full of crazy, crazy people. Okay? If you feel like you need somebody to talk to, my DMs are open. And, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Everything is public except for my Instagram, so request to follow me. I will be taking it off private pretty soon. So yeah, if you feel like you could talk to me, you can slide my DMs and we could talk about whatever you're going through, the hardship in life, and give you some words of encouragement, because I'm always here to help. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to check out my other videos. They'll be on the card somewhere over one of these two corners. And yeah, I already said subscribe, comment down below, and be sure to follow me on all my social media. It'll be in the description box down below, along with the hotlines that you guys can call if you are feeling under the weather or down in the dumps, you're not feeling like yourself. I will list them in the description box down below. Alright, y'all, catch you guys in the next video. We out. Bye.
When we fuck and then you give me my